Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you this picture. This picture so happens to be of a Leonardo da Vinci type work by a unknown artist that I ended up picking up at a garage sale. Let me see if I can shine that on there for you. You see that? You see that guy, how they gave that kind of look? Okay? That's the style of what they believe Leonardo da Vinci looked like, who painted it, a famous artist. If you actually look, you'll see how that's a horse for his beard. Okay? And it continues in many different ways. Okay? Rivers and roads and such. And you got a foreign sombrero individual on the horse, and to make his nose and with the elbow, and you know, that's kind of the style that Leo would do, but in microscopic. So with that in mind, follow me through on something I want to show you real quick, and maybe you'll finally subscribe for me, will you? I want to show you the same basic image upside down in my painting in an X-ray, and it's pretty cool. I got so many pictures. It's kind of comical and then kind of not. Okay, here's a upright one, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, I know that I should have been more prepared, but it's been a long day, and oh my goodness, I've taken like 3-4 pain pills. It's been pretty rough for me today. I have this arthritis that's pretty nasty, and pop 5 pills a day. I'm on that hydrochloroquine, you know, that stuff in which they say it's supposed to help you. Anyway, so out of these pictures, let me give you a good shot here. Okay. Well, while I'm here, there's the X-ray of the Mona Lisa, and here's the word saying Sali. S-A-L-A-I, Sali. That's the man in which he loved greatly. Okay. Let's see if I can get this flipped. I don't think this is dark enough, but we're going to see what I can do with it. Oh, what happened? Who did that? Okay. That is, believe it or not, the face of Leonardo da Vinci. If you condense it on down, it becomes part of his nose. So this is a poor subject of it, but you have to have a wild, open mind for you to understand Leo's tricks. So, and this has to be, maybe this will help you a little bit. Okay. Right there is a Leonardo da Vinci face. Remember the pointy nose? Here's his nose. And he has his lip of his mustache, and it goes on down, and his eyes up in here. That's Leo for you. He starts small, and he gets bigger, and he gets bigger, and he gets bigger. Now, I already showed you earlier that the Mona Lisa has on her chest, let's see if it shows it. Whoops. Sees it shows it here on this one. No, it doesn't. So that gets eliminated. And this was supposed to be quick, and it's not. So I'm in trouble with you already, but that's okay. I've been in trouble before. You've been in trouble before? Anyway, here, Oh, I know what it is. I got to take this one and flip it upside down, and you're going to see his face. Watch. But you're going to see it in a different way. See? There it is. Okay? A boy, nose, mouth, neck. He's wearing a crown. Now, out of that, I showed you before the same, and I do believe it is in, let's see, I do believe it may be this one, if I did do it right. There's just so much of it. I think it's this one, so let me flip this 180. And I do believe I think I did a lot of flipping, huh? Let's see here. It's in my painting, the same, but he hit it. He hit it. Oh, here's a heart. See how he does hearts? Here it's got part of it coming down here and here. That's another one of his. And also, here's love. Okay, here's a big L this way and a big L that way. Then he uses an O, then he uses a V, and then he uses an E. So he's got love that way. And then he also does it L, O, and then he has, well, it's off the page, but still, he also uses this as an L, and this is an O, this is a V, and then this as an E. And he constantly keeps writing E's and loves. I keep changing the subject, don't I? Trying to remember which one had the image I'm trying to show you. Sometimes it shows up better when I go smaller. Look at that bird head right there. Let me go. Watch this. Just noticed it. Watch. Bird head right here with the beak. I wonder if that's what that really was. I bet you that's what it was. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Right in front of you, I got it. I got another piece. Okay. Watch. This is how tricky this guy is. Okay. You see, if you use your imagination, you see how he runs this body that comes across with the beak, and this was a head. You take this head and you lay this head over the top. Okay? And what you'll end up with the boy. Look at that. He fits. Wow, what a shot. He fits 100. You see that little line? He fits 100% right in the smacker. So what he did, what he did is that this image does not portray the beak that easily, but you can see the body of a head with the torso come into here. And there's the body of the head of the torso, right there, the same. So you match these up and you got the same with the face coming in. Okay, so when you end up with x-rays, you're gonna have to understand, or pulls, you'll have this type of style against this type. And then in between this layer and this layer, you'll have millions of other different looks of what's hidden under each sheet of Leo. On my x-rays and my pulls works the same. You'll have this x-ray, that is this pull, And then you'll have this x-ray that even shows it different. And so you're going to say, how come Leo's doesn't match mine 100%? It's because it's like turning on your regulator for your fan with your lights in your kitchen. It's like that. Depends on how many juice you're giving it on each one gives you the pull. So in reference, you'll open this up. Okay, let's say this statue, I call him the Statue of Liberty, and then you take this one and you open up this Statue of Liberty, okay, and the reason why he moves is because he's pitched, and you got the two different looks. And you can see this guy with a hemon here, but this guy with a hemon slightly different. You'll see that guy with a triangle, another hemon guy there. You'll see that guy with a hemon there. This one looks kind of like a mouse, but it's kind of like a dog riding on a sled, and you got a dog riding on a sled. Then you have these words running across here, and you have these words running across here. And it continues. But each particular one has something that highlights that may be one little pixel or one little item a little bit more than the other. And you have to fight it to find it. And that takes 7 years that I've done. And again, here is the same. This is my man, and that is my woman, but older. And I try to explain that to you guys. See, if you put a mustache on my man, on Jesus, and you make the woman older, you'll have the same man and same woman, along with other individuals of Leonardo da Vinci. Now look, don't they look the same? Look at them. Mustache, paint a mustache. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just letting you know. Take his hat, put it on. It's the same. Big man, big hands, well dressed, beautiful woman. Looks like could be the mother, the older sister, or the older woman at a different age. And in my YouTubes, it actually shows in the x-rays him having a ring proposing to her. Okay, and in other parts shows a baby. My belief is many things. One, this is not only Mary Magdalene, it's also Madonna, it's also Katharina, it's also Leonardo da Vinci, it's also Melzi Francesca, it's also Sali. But in his books or in his other ways of explaining is interpretation of Sali, but he stylist and integrated his loves of all. It's kind of like when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you say, kind of reminds me of Linda or Susanna or Brenda or Caroline or Mary or Maria, whoever you want to say, or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whoever it may be, not to be offensive. So what you got is, well, she was a blonde, she was brunette, she was a redhead. Okay, well, but they have that one little walk, they have one little talk, they hold your arm almost kind of similar. There's so much in which he integrated the same. And his paintings, they move across the room, okay? So when you end up with my painting, you can find my painting in the Last Supper. I proved it in many ways. If you actually take a look, you can see him easily be Jesus in the painting. Let's see if I can even overlay his head on there. Okay, let me try it vice versa. Maybe it highlights a little better vice versa. Look, okay, easily could be, okay. It is. Look, he's got his hand in the silver tray. She's showing him only one way. There's a lot of innuendos in this whole thing, and when you go to pull it across, you can see how he integrates, how he fits perfectly in between them, Jesus, and how his his hand of his disciple wraps around her head. And you know, there's just too much to not examine and know and see. And not only that, I already showed you the Last Supper in my painting of the X-ray, and it was right. It was right here, is what it was. Here's Mary right there. And there's the disciple. I showed you guys. Here she is. Here's he. Here's he. And here's Jesus right in between. Boom, Jesus. There's Jesus right in here, and here's the V. You got the V. And don't forget, he makes the V even wider, because don't forget, he makes it move across the room. If you want to learn about my YouTube, you go right ahead. If you want to see how he repeats it, here's another way he repeats it. Here's the man. Here's Mary. Here's the man. Here's Mary. Here's Mary. Here's the man. He does it in different layers. Small, bigger, bigger. He continues, and he makes them move. He's a constant repeater in life. And that is Leonardo da Vinci without a doubt. And if you don't believe it, okay, don't subscribe. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. What I mean is I care about everything. So that's kind of a curse in the sense of my belief. No matter if I care or not, I want to care. For the reason is we should always care no matter what, and keep an open mind. And with that, listen, I want you to wear a mask, subscribe, and keep social distance. And may God bless your whole family and your loved ones. And give me a thumbs up, will you? And say your prayers. Short life. Amen.